Hey besties, and thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and welcome if you're new here. In today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of Essence Cosmetics. I love Essence so much because not only are the products very affordable, they're also good formulas, so it's not like you're buying, I hate to say it, but garbage. It's not like you're wasting money. I hate to spend even $4 on a bad product because I guess I'm just petty. I think a lot of people are like that though, where it does suck when you spend $4 on a product that is more affordable when you could have bought maybe the $7 or $8 product, but you were trying to save money and it just didn't work out. So I am very happy to say that's not the case with a lot of the Essence products I've tried. That being said, we are going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that, because there are products from their line I love and there's also ones I do think you should avoid, and we are going to talk about that. On my face right now, I am already currently wearing all of the Essence goodies, so if you are excited to see how we did come up with this look, definitely keep watching. But yeah, besties, I'm so excited. I'm gonna link everything down below if you're interested in my scent of the day. It's Ariana Grande's Mod Blush, I believe. I don't have it on me right now, but that's the one I'm wearing, and I just really hope you enjoy the video. Hey besties, my face is all prepped and ready for makeup. The first product I want to talk about is the Essence Baby Got Brow Eyebrow Pencil, which is waterproof. I cannot confirm or deny that claim because I have not tested it out yet, but I can say the product does last pretty long on the brows. I will insert clips of me using it because I did apply it earlier today when I was supposed to initially film the video, and then things got all over the place, so I will insert that now so you can see the application. But the shade is light brown, and this brow pencil is $4.99, so just under $5. It is angled, which I was really excited about because I thought I would get a really nice application, and I do. The only thing I dislike about this product is that the product itself is really wide. I wish it was a little bit more narrow so that we could get more like hair-like strokes, because in reality I feel like this one is a little bit harder to work with than say my Charlotte Tilbury, but my Charlotte Tilbury is also like super expensive, but even like my e.l.f. one that's very affordable is a little bit easier to work with in that sense. But I love the color. I felt like it did put down on the areas that didn't have hair really good, and usually that's how I know I'll like a brow product or hate it, because when it starts to skip really weird, that's how I know it's not going to be for me. And it's dual-ended, which I really enjoy as well, which I mean most are, but for $5 I'm excited that we do have that as well. I just wish they had more shades in general. Their shade range, it seems to me, is not that great across the board. We do need to work on that Essence, but overall this product is really good, especially when you do think about the price point, but just in general. Now I'm priming my eyelids with the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer, which we will use on the under eyes later as well. This one is really good for brightening and it has a nice medium coverage. By the way, you guys, I know I am a little bit behind when it comes to my Sephora VIB sale recommendations video and also wish list, but I do promise I will have it up before the sale starts. I'm trying my best. I will have that up. Now that we're all blanked out, I'm going to use one of the 6-pan shadows from them. This one is called the Essence My Rose Will Go On eyeshadow palette, which is really super cute, a bunch of pinky tones. There's also this taupe one I was eyeing, but when I tried to get it in store, unfortunately it was broken. So weird, when you go to Ulta, they can only give you, I think, like a small credit, or maybe not even that. I think they can't even do that. I think they just take it in the back and then they throw it away. I think that blends out really pretty and seamlessly. I am very impressed by this. I've used this product 2 times now, and both times I have been impressed. I feel like you do have to sit there and blend it out a little bit more than with other eyeshadow palettes. Go back and forth with the shades so you don't lose that pigment. But I will say, you guys, it is beautiful, especially for $3.99. I just don't think you can beat it. Now I'm taking this darker pink shade and I'm putting that in the outer area of the eye. I'm really just pressing it down more than anything. And then I'm going to take the shimmer all over the lid. Hello. There we go. You do have to build the shimmers up quite a bit to get them to pop, but if you want a nice little subtle sheen, these are going to be perfect for you. Switch to a brush just so we can map out the shape a little bit and kind of like fake a cut crease. Taking that same middle shade again, and I am just going to make sure there's no harsh lines. Marry these two shades together. I'm pretty sure the last time we did a full face of Essence, I did go in with the green Lash Princess. So this time I'm going to use the Get Big Lashes Volume Curl Mascara, which is supposed to give you nice voluminous lashes that have a beautiful lift. I can't remember how I felt about this mascara. I want to say it gave me a lot of length. And by the way, this is actually $3.99 as well. And this is the this is the chunky applicator. It's super big, you guys, and you do see it has a bit of a curve. So the first time I did use it, I was really scared I was gonna get it all over my eyelids, but surprisingly enough, it's super easy to work with, and it does build up quite nicely, and I think I like it more than the green mascara. I'm not going to lie to you. It builds really nicely. I feel like this product doesn't clump up too bad. This is what the mascara looks like, and while it's not going to be replacing my L'Oreal Telescopic anytime soon, I will say it's a really great quality mascara. I think a lot of people would love to have in their collection, including myself. If you guys have tried a primer from Essence that you've actually got on with well, please let me know in the comments down below because I haven't found one yet. The My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer, on its own, it's okay, but it's very drying on my already dry skin. And then the Redness Reducer Primer, while it feels nice and calming on the face, it doesn't reduce my redness at all, but we're gonna use it because it's the only one I feel like does not make my makeup look bad. So we're gonna be using this one. And this product is currently on sale through Ulta for $3.49, and it's usually $4.99. The product also has 2.2 stars on Ulta, so if you don't believe me, believe the reviews. I'm telling you guys right now, it comes out green. It's super thin and lightweight in consistency, which is great, but you guys, let me just show you right now. It is not going to reduce a thing, okay? The only thing it might reduce is the look of dull skin, because of course it is going to have that nice moisturization going on, but other than that, it kind of ends there. I'm going to say I don't recommend Besties. Stay far away. I will say if you're looking for something to give a little bit of hydration, and it is $3, I mean, go ahead, but even then it doesn't give you a lot. There's other products I could recommend for affordable that will do that, and yeah, I don't recommend it. On a lighter note though, you guys, we're using the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation, which oddly enough, I cannot seem to locate on Ulta's website, but I do feel like it's around $4 or $5. And you guys, the formula is incredible. This is an absolute steal. The shade for this one is 020. And I'm just gonna pop a little bit on my e.l.f. brush. But yeah, it's so weird that they took it off of Ulta. I've talked about this foundation a few times on my channel before, but in case you're new here or you've just never heard me talk about the product, it has a lovely medium coverage. It has a beautiful natural finish. It doesn't look cakey or feel heavy or look heavy or anything like that on my skin. It also does hold up really great throughout the day, which is the main thing for me with affordable makeup products. A lot of times they go on great, but they do not hold up at all. And especially with a glowy product or a healthy hydrating product, sometimes they do tend to go a little bit more oily or greasy throughout the day, but that is not the case with this foundation. And I just love it because it's like almost comparable to high end for a fraction of the price point. So for me, this one is a no-brainer. It also feels so lightweight on the skin for the coverage you're getting, which is another plus, and overall it just gives you that healthy skin finish which I crave. So this is beautiful. This is the side with the product just to show you the difference in coverage, and this is without the foundation, so I do feel like it has a nice bit of coverage and it just looks so freaking pretty on the skin. So I love this product. It is my favorite out of everything I've shared. Let me do the other side. Next up is the Keep Me Covered Concealer, which needs a lot of work when it comes to the shade range. Oh my gosh, but let me just move on. I have the shade Pale, which is probably too light. I did use it the other day, but my foundation was a little bit too dark, so it did work out well. Yeah, that's really light, so it is going to be good for brightening. But when I did try this product, I felt like it was just okay. I did try this the other day for the first time. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't super impressed. What's impressive is how lightweight it feels under the eyes and just on the whole face. But what's not so impressive is the fact that it's called Keep Me Covered, and I'll just show you guys. For a concealer called Keep Me Covered, I genuinely thought it would cover everything and have a very high coverage, and it just doesn't. It's more of like a medium, you know, like a buildable. I feel like this one, even though it sits really pretty on the under eyes, you can still see darkness. I mean, if I used a color corrector and then went in with this, it would be perfectly fine. And honestly, you guys, sometimes I don't even use concealer because I'm so forgetful, and I don't really mind having the darkness sometimes. But for when I do, I would not be going in with this one. Let me just say that. The shade is really good for brightening. It is very lightweight and blends in seconds. I was gonna do bronzer, but I actually just wanna go into their lip pencil. This one is called the Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil, and it's $2.99. They have so many shades and I love them all. And this one is in the shade True Me. I've been using it for the past like 3 days because I've been obsessing over it. For lip gloss, I'm using the Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Pink Panther, which is a really pretty light pink with little sparkles in it. It's so pretty. I've also been obsessing over this as well. I love the formula. It's very soft and comfortable on my lips. So creamy and soft on the lips. And this is $3.99, you guys. $3.99. If they put this in a high-end packaging, I would pay more for it. I would. I know I would. The color is beautiful. It's my type of color. And it just feels so dang good on the lips. Plus it's super pigmented and pretty and not gunky, because sometimes you guys know if they put too much pigment, it's too thick and it's just a hot mess. And I love that this is the complete opposite. It's so beautiful. So I know I said they don't have cream bronzers, and they don't, but they recently dropped Baby Got Blush Cream Blushes, which I am super excited to share with you guys, as I do really love the formula. The issue is they do have a very strong bubblegum smell to them, so if that is going to throw you off, I would not even bother ordering them. You can go in store and smell them, but I'm telling you right now, it does like smack you in the face, so just be aware of that. What shade do I want to use? I'm going to use the shade Tickle Me Pink just because it's the one I've been gravitating towards the most and the one I'm most excited to share with you. So what I do love about the formula is it's very glowy, but also very light on the face, which you guys know when it comes to cream blushes is my preferred formula. It's also more of a buildable formula, so it's not going to be full of pigment right away, but you can build it up to your desired level of color, which I do enjoy because I do find I do have control, which means it's not going to get overly intense too quickly. But it can be kind of annoying if you're someone that wants full pigment right away, because I don't get it with this, but it is something that can be built up to a beautiful point, which makes me so happy. And for $3, if you're just getting into cream blushes, I think this would be a great place to start. Now to set the makeup, we are going to be using, of course, the Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one is amazing. It makes my makeup look flawless and it stays in place. This is also supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, which, to be honest with you guys, I do feel like they looked really similar when I did my side-by-side comparison. The only difference to me is obviously the shade, and then I also felt like the Charlotte Tilbury one just felt the slightest bit lighter on the face, but overall such an amazing dupe. So if you were looking to save some money but you still wanted a similar result to that powder, I would recommend this one 1,000 times over. This is the effect of the powder. It's so beautiful. It smooths everything out. It just looks like a freaking filter on your face. You can clearly see the difference on this side and this side, and it just does such a good job. Sometimes I use too much by accident, but you only need the littlest bit. Do not do what I just did if you do use this, especially if you are more on like the fair side. And then for eyeliner, this is one of my top 3 used eyeliners. If you look at my video descriptions, I use this eyeliner a lot, and it's called the Extreme Lasting Waterproof Liner, and this one is in the shade Silky Nude. And honestly, I love this because I feel like the white liners can look a little crazy on me sometimes. So I do prefer a nude liner just so it's not so harsh and kind of scary. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all the products I had to share with you. And I also hope you guys can leave me down below comments from the brand that I need to try. I love doing full face reviews and just like full face videos. They're so fun, and I love seeing what a brand can create on my face. It's just one of my favorite things, so I hope you enjoy it. You can also comment down below if you want to what full face I should do next, like what brand. I would love to know, and I will see you in the next one, besties. Bye!